Okay,
Wooga,
let's
wooga.
continue reading Captain Underpants and the Bionic Booger Boy. Book 2, we are up to chapter
19.
15. 65 million years before the day before yesterday. George and Harold grabbed a box of saltine crackers off of Mrs. Singerbrain's desk. Then the two friends stepped inside the purple potty and closed the door. Quickly, George reset the controls and pulled down on the chain. A flash of green light lit up the room and the purple potty vanished. Suddenly, George and Harold were transported back in time to the late Cretaceous period of the Mesozoic era, a time when dinosaurs ruled the earth. Cautiously, George and Harold peeked out of the purple potty, which was now nestled precariously in the branches of a tall tree. "Here, chickie, chickie, chickie," called George. "Polly, want a cracker?" called Harold as he tossed a handful of saltines into the air. Suddenly, the two boys were swarmed by hungry pterodactyls. Before long, a friendly-looking pterodactyl, Quetzalcoatlus to be exact, swooped down and grabbed some crackers from Harold's hand. "Oh, look," said Harold, "he likes me." "Great," said George. "Let's get him into the time machine and get out of here." Carefully, Harold took the pterodactyl in his arms and carried him into the purple potty. Then the boys closed the door behind them, reset the controls, and pulled down on the chain. Suddenly, George and Harold and their new reptilian pal were transported forward in time to the day before yesterday. The door of the time machine swung open and the three friends sailed out of the purple potty, through the library window and up over the town. George looked down on the city streets until he finally located Miss Singerbrain's car. "There she is," George cried. "I sure love our new pterodactyl," said Harold. "I'm going to name him Crackers." "Don't give him a name," said George. "We're not keeping him. We're just borrowing him." George, Harold and Crackers swooped down and landed on Miss Singerbrain's car, which was stopped at a traffic light. Miss Singerbrain's screamed in horror. "Wait," cried George. "There's no reason to be afraid. You're just dreaming." "I'm dreaming?" asked Miss Singerbrains. "Sure, think about it," said Harold. "Purple potties appearing out of nowhere, kids running around with laser zappers, pterosaurs landing on your car. This stuff only happens in dreams." "Gosh, you're right," said Miss Singerbrains, "but it all seems so real." "Well, trust us," said George. "In a few minutes you won't remember any of it." Before long, George and Harold and Miss Singerbrains were all gliding back to school with their good pal Crackers. The Combinatron 2000 and the Forgetchemcallit 2000 were safe once again. Soon they arrived back at the library. "I'll keep an eye on Miss Singerbrains," said George. "You take that pterodactyl back where we found him." "Or can't we keep him?" asked Harold. "No," said George sternly. "He belongs in his own time. Now take him back." "Oh, man," said Harold. Sadly, Harold carried Crackers into the purple potty and closed the door. After a few seconds, the time machine disappeared in a flash of green light. A half hour later, another flash of green light filled the room and the purple potty was back. "What took you so long?" asked George. Nothing," said Harold. "Did you have any trouble taking Crackers back to his home?" asked George. Not really," said Harold. "You did take him back to his home, didn't you?" asked George. Sure," said Harold, though he didn't sound very sure. Quickly, George zapped Miss Singerbrains with the Forgetchemcallit 2000 and jumped into the purple potty. Then, with a quick flash of green light, they were gone.